everyone. This is Positively Muskegon. I'm Britta Cleveland. I'm so glad to be with you today, and I am over the moon excited to introduce these ladies to you. And they are dear friends. I have Heather David with Shoreline Natural Wellness, and I have Mary Suarez, of course, with the Hope Project of Muskegon. Both very important things that we need to talk about here. The Hope Project, what do they talk about? What are they gearing towards? They're talking about human trafficking. I know that's something that we didn't hear about 20 years ago, 30 years ago, even 10 years ago, 5 years ago. What's human trafficking? And it's become more prevalent, not just in major cities like Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago. It's right here in our Lakeshore, Muskegon community, believe it or not. So Mary, why don't you tell me a little bit about what human trafficking is?
Well, first of all, the Hope Project, we are local, faith-based, nonprofit organization, and we work with young girls and women who have been removed from the effects of sex trafficking. So sex trafficking is anyone under the age of 18 that's participating in commercial sex. So it's when they're exploited through force, fraud, or coercion, and so it all falls under that umbrella of trafficking.
Basically stuff on video, basically with the prevalence of, we've got social media, which is huge these days. We didn't, maybe that's why. It's something we didn't know about 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Social media has just attacked everyone.
Yes. So, I mean, so slavery exists, human trafficking exists. It's happening in Michigan, it's happening in Muskegon County. Through social media and other different avenues, our children are just being recruited and being exploited. More likely it's through a parent or a friend or a relative that will sell their children for drugs, for rent money, for other different things. That's one of the biggest ways that a child gets trafficked. Through the internet now, where kids have access to everything, so many apps, everything's in private, so they're very easily groomed by people that are just looking. They're looking for those kids. They're looking for kids with low self-esteem, kids that are having trouble with their families, kids that are having trouble in school, and so they're easily groomed that way. And
so Mary, Heather, myself, we're all mothers, right?
Yes.
You have children. You have a son and a daughter.
I do.
And you have children as
I
well,
have
Mary?
2 grown children, but I have 7 grandchildren.
Okay, and I have 2 teenage daughters myself. So, when we hear the term human trafficking and we hear these things happening in our community, right here in the Lakeshore, parents of all different walks of life, different backgrounds, different situations, what are the warning signs that we need to be looking for with our kids?
Paying attention to who your kids are hanging out with, paying attention to their friends, monitoring what they're looking at on social media, and then just paying attention to your kids, their way of life. Are they starting to miss school? Are there changes in their attitudes towards their family and friends? Are they coming home with new clothes, with cell phones, with possessions that they can't afford, or that you didn't?
Like, where's that coming from?
Where's that coming
from?
Kids that have older friends, older boyfriends are really prime for getting younger girls in. Wooing them in, grooming them, buying them different things, and then after they've got this relationship with them, then it's okay. Now you owe me, or if you love me, you'll do this. And so that's kind of how it starts that way.
Okay, so we as parents, all of us being as parents, when we're kind of like feeling something's not quite right with our kids, is there somewhere, and we're going to mention this website a lot through this, somewhere someone can go, a parent, grandparent, can go to find out more information on just more information to find out how we can help and what we can do.
So we are local, but our website is hopeproject@usa.org. I'm sorry, I just flipped on that one.
Okay. No, it's all right.
I get so
Hope Project USA is it hopeprojectusa.org?
Yes. Okay. And then so there's a lot of information on there, but if you if you suspect something's happening, if you think that you're seeing human trafficking going on, if you think there's a child in danger, immediate danger, call 911. But if you suspect a case of trafficking, there's a hotline that's nationwide, and it's 1-888-373-7888, and that's a nationwide phone number that can be called at any time if you suspect something's going on.
Now, once people get in contact with either the website or they call and they're in touch and they know a little bit more about what's going on, what actions, and I know there are a lot, once this project takes hold and finds these kids that are unfortunately involved with this, what is the Hope Project doing?
We work with young girls and women who've been removed from sex trafficking. So when they come to us, they've already experienced it, something's happened to them. They either find us on their own or they're referred to us some way. And then we have a case manager, and so she goes through everything with them to make sure that this is really what happened. And then we provide services. We provide counseling services. We pay for their therapy. We have group counseling, equine therapy that we provide, and then we have a survivor closet, so we provide clothing and shoes and necessary hygiene items, just the things that they don't have. So we help them out with that. If they need gas cards to get back and forth to work or to courts, we have had a case where our caseworker went through the court proceedings with someone that had been trafficked. But when they come to us, they could have been in a trafficking situation last week, last year, or 25 years ago. So there's no limit as to, when they became a survivor. And so,
unfortunately, I think fear sometimes, we do this, and hopefully with all of these stories that are coming out in the news nowadays, children and, adults are feeling stronger to be able to come forth and talk about this and bring this to the forefront. And that's what we're trying to do here.
Awareness is huge.
Absolutely, awareness. And there is the Hope Village as well for extreme cases.
Yes,
secluded.
So the Hope Village is basically a safe house that we have that will be able to house young girls ages 11 to 17. They'll be able to live there 24 hours a day, receive care. They'll have schooling, they'll have therapy, nurturing, just everything that we can do to help get these girls whole again.
It's wonderful, Mary. This is a wonderful program. And I'm listening to all these great things that you're providing, which is very much needed, but I'm sure it takes a lot of funding behind that. And our dear friend Heather David, Shoreline Natural Wellness, you have stepped up out of the kindness of your heart, and you do all kinds of wonderful things to raise funds and awareness for the Hope Project. So can you tell me about an event that's coming up?
Yes, we're very excited about it. We have Share the Love event coming up on Saturday, which is for our members and people that aren't members to come and work out. So, one of the things you mentioned is there are girls at risk.
Yes.
And they're at risk because they don't feel like they're worth anything.
Exactly.
So one way to help with worth is fitness and to get part of a community. And so that's kind of what we are trying to pull off on Saturday, is a community type event where people work out in partners. So you have a friend you're working out with, and so you get really great cardiovascular workout, strength workout, but you're also bonding with the other people in the room and creating that great friendship. So all the money that comes in will go to the Hope Project, and
we appreciate
be able
it
to
so
fund
much.
some of those programs.
We really do. You're just a huge support for us, and we appreciate you very much so.
Yes,
we appreciate what you guys do for our community. It's really sad what is happening in our community, and the reality is it is happening, and we can't ignore it. We can't. And we have to do something about it. And so the more that we can have these kind of awareness events, the more people are out there watching.
Yeah.
Now, is this taking place at Shoreline Natural Wellness?
It is. Right here.
Located right here, Whitehall Road, North Muskegon, 1500 Whitehall Road.
Correct.
It's in the former Bucksnort Lodge strip mall, and it's centrally located to the White Lake area in Muskegon, and it's taking place on Saturday.
This Saturday, what is the date?
17th.
The 17th.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
Think
We're
about
just
that.
flipping through
It's
time.
just flying.
I can't believe we're in 2018 already, but
And
anyway,
almost the end of February.
I know, isn't it crazy? Well, it's wonderful. Heather David, Shoreline Natural Wellness, right here in North Muskegon, Whitehall Road, 1500 Whitehall Road,
Yep.
happening this Saturday.
At 9:30.
9:30 in the morning.
It's a little over an hour long. We're going to cover
Okay.
all sorts of fitness. We're going to talk about the Hope Project, and people can bring money for that. And then the other thing too is we do want people to pre-register. So if you want to come, just call us or go to our website and sign up, because we are limited on space.
Okay, and your website to sign up?
Yeah, is snwfitness.com.
Okay.
You can also find the link on the Hope Project Facebook page.
Okay.
We have it shared on there as well.
Wonderful. All right, ladies, Heather David, Mary Suarez, thank you so much
you.
for shedding more
Thank you.
very important
I'm so
light
glad
on
to
this
meet you.
program,
Thank you
ladies.
so much. I
Protecting
appreciate
our
it.
kids in our community, and it's so great to shed a little bit light with you lovely ladies. Again, the Hope Project is so very important. If you'd like to find out more about any of these wonderful things, just go to hopeprojectusa.org. And thank you so much for joining us on Positively Muskegon today.